Kimberly McLaughlin with Facility Information Resources, and I'm going to go over floor plan requests with you in Archibus Web Central. In January of this past year, 2024, we would like all floor plan requests to be submitted through Archibus Web Central. The reason for that is that it makes it easier just to keep track of what we need to create floor plans for or what we need to update. Before, we would just get emails bounced around from person to person. And since we do everything pretty much in Archibus anyway, it seemed to make sense to keep track of the floor plan request there as well. It was already part of the system. Essentially, any user role, it doesn't have to be just an editing role, can make a floor plan request in Archibus. That way, everybody who's out there, you're kind of our eyes on campus. And if you see something physically in the architecture that is a discrepancy from what we have on the floor plans, you can get that information right over to us and we can go out and verify it and make the changes as needed. So if you are creating a floor plan request, please make sure to include any pertinent information, project number, work order, contact if someone is needed for a field check. There's no contact listed. We are automatically going to contact the person that created the floor plan request based on their net ID. So if that's you, that is who we will contact if necessary. And actually, if there is no contact, possibly needed, you can go ahead and indicate that as well. If we can just go on out there and make the request. If you'd like to, you can log into our train environment and kind of work along with what I'm doing, or log in there anytime to practice anything related to Web Central. It's a mirror of our production site. You log in with the same username and password. That way you can make some changes and do some things in there without affecting your live data. So back to Archibus. This is our train environment here. Train will always have train here and have this logo for train. Our production environment will say prod and it's got the light blue background, no TRN under the logo. Let's log in. To make a floor plan request. So request floor plan changes. I do have this listed in my favorites menu. So if I minimize this and go to my favorites and go right to request floor plan changes. If you don't have it in your favorites, if you go to space inventory and then to floor plan request, you can do request floor plan changes there. In this window, you can use, again, these 10 little gray dots, let you know that you can adjust the screen vertically or horizontally. You can just go to a building here and then pick on the floor, and that'll pull up the floor plan. Or if you have one that's going to be down the list a little ways, you can type in the number here and hit show. And that's going to bring up the building here. So now that I have the building and the floor that I want to look at the second floor here. I'm going to close this a little bit. Click on that, click on this, and it closes aside. And then now these are the tools I'm going to work with to create my request. You can change the colors of these tools to red or black. You can change the size of the fonts, 50%, 100%. These tools are mandatory. Ones we use quite a bit would be something like the area tool here. This doesn't give you the actual area, but it makes a nice highlighter for the area you want to work in. We can zoom in on this a little bit too. You can add text to that. So if you click this little pencil button, you can put so now if you want, you can make an X, and I'm just gonna click, hold, and pull and then release. Just make a little adjustment here. Then we'll grab another one. Here. All I really need. And then I'm going to create request. Let's use a work order number. Let's see what order. 09708823. Um, is 209. Yeah, Jack. Net ID entry. Okay, now we're going to put the room code. We can look that up here by entering and hitting enter and select. And we're going to go to next. This is request created, hit OK. Now here you can attach a file. So if you click on check in new document, then do choose file. And desktop. Pick this here. And this happens to be a PDF. You can do a Word document or an Excel file. Put it's that's been added to this record and hit done. Right, so that is now in our system. So if you go down to review my floor plan requests, we're going to see that that is listed right here. And if you wanted to view it, it will show you what was sketched out in the system. It takes a snapshot of that. And then it also shows the document that was attached as well. So that's what we see on our side as well. And then, like, if we go back, view my floor plan request, we can see that it's still showing requested. If somebody was working on it in our office, it would say in progress or completed. These would be the notes, most recent notes on it, and then this would be who was working on it. It's a way, sometimes you have to minimize the screen a little bit to try and see everything. I think that's pretty much all the fields though that you're able to see. So pretty much that is creating a floor plan request. Like I said, you can add it. Once it's added, you can track it. And as soon as it's entered, we see it on our site. I hope you're able to use this feature. It certainly helps us out quite a bit if we can get the information in here. The sooner we get the floor plan requests, the sooner we get the plans updated. So thanks again for your time and have a great day.